Hey, what's up, marshmallows? How's it going? Mr. Backhand here. Welcome to the Backhand channel, where we don't just teach you how to hit backhands, we help you to hit those really big Taufik backhands you're all looking for. It's been great. I've been out coaching. It's been wonderful. Hey, look, guys, welcome to the new subscribers and the new watchers. Thanks very much for your support. We appreciate it. And it's just been delightful, you know, being able to teach people physics and they get it and they go out there and they do it. It's been great. Thanks for all the downloads from MrBackhand.com for the ratioed video. Been so many downloads, not one complaint, and you're all doing marvelously. It's been great. Quite a few comments on the video. None of you ever knew ratios existed, and so now your badminton's now coming along cleanly, brilliantly, and you're loving it. So there you go. Some of you have emailed in asking me if I would do a money back guarantee for you. So the answer is I've spoken to the guys and we've said yes. So if you go to the if you're looking to download it and you weren't sure before, or you're saying, oh look, it's a bit too expensive for us, we offer a money back guarantee, guys. So let's say you download the video and it's wrong. Or you believe it to be wrong, email us back, talk to us about it, and if you can convince us that it is wrong, we'll give you your money back. Even though I wouldn't try it because it's physics, but you can if you want. But it's a money back guarantee, and we will also Tony will put the money back onto your account. If you've got PayPal, it's easy. If it's a credit card, we'll work something out. Because from wherever you are in the world, it's going to be slightly different. If it's wrong and we have to pay it back to you, then we will pay for the transfer fee to come back to you, so that you don't have to pay for that. That's on us. So there you go, money back guarantee and then some. So now you just can't lose. You weren't going to lose before, but now you're even more secure. So there you go. Now, as far as subscribers are concerned, big shout out to one guy who is world famous, even all the way down here in New Zealand. I hope I'm just going to say this name right. I think it's Stanislav Dimitrijevic. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He's from, I think he's from, is he from Serbia? Sorry, Stanislav, we're not sure where you're from. We think you're from Serbia. And the reason why we've heard of you all the way down here in little old New Zealand is because, for those who don't know, he teaches youth. He teaches juniors, and he's really great with kids. He gets people involved, and he's passionate about it, and he's helped so many kids get into badminton, and he's a real positive force in Serbia. So for those who don't know the works of Stanislav, he does amazing work with juniors and youth. So, even down here, you're world famous, buddy. And this guy needs our support. So definitely, if you ever bump into this guy, shake his hand, because any guy that helps youth out and helps juniors and puts his time and his effort into that is certainly somebody worth knowing for me. So it takes a special guy to do that. And yep, we've heard of you and you're world famous, buddy. Okay, we've got some emails here. One here that was interesting for me was from Robert Gates and George Watts. You didn't put on... oh no, you have done. You're from England, Wales, or England/Wales. It says, hi, Mr. Backhand, Jazz. Hey guys. Robert and I are club players and play in the C grade here in England/Wales. Okay, can you shed any light on racket head weight and how it applies to our game, or not? Thanks, love the vids. Okay, the answer is, yeah, racket head weight does mean something, and in physics, what we'll have to do is we will have to jump on the whiteboard. I'll get a friend of mine to help to explain it, but racket head weight is important. So generally, if you've got the lighter the head, it's more for defensive play, and the heavier head is for more offensive or attacking play. Now, saying that in itself won't mean much. So to explain the rest of it, I'm going to have to jump on the whiteboard and jump on camera too and explain that. So bear with me. Let's get into it. Oh, but a big shout out before we just get into that. At the Auckland Masters, we just had the Masters games, of course. For those in badminton who know, bit of a chance for some of the brilliant players to get out there and show their stuff. And it was great to see Arby down here in Auckland, New Zealand, playing with Trickus and Tony Gunner won. So it was great to catch up with Tony and watch his games down here in Gillies Ave. Wonderful, great game, great guy. So the Indonesians certainly put on a show for us, and it was just delightful. So here's a picture of me and Tony. So looks the same, married, but cool guy. So if you ever get the chance to talk to Tony or bump into Tony Gunner one, do it. He's a hell of a guy, and he will really give you the time of day. Really, really lovely guy. So yeah, Tony, if you're watching, you're still a champion, buddy. Doesn't matter if you win or lose, which you don't often do. But as far as we're concerned, you guys are still champion. So impressive to watch. So yeah, there you go. If you don't know who Tony Gunner one is, he's an Indonesian doubles champion with Arby, who's been around the scene for a long, long time. And they coach, they play, and just when they're on court, they're just wonderful to watch. And Trickus, of course, you're just you're a delight. So and I believe I owe you a beer. Do I not owe you a beer? I think I owe you 2 beers. So anyway, without further ado, back to the email on that. But guys, it was great to see you down here at the Auckland Masters. And let's get on to these emails from Robert Gates and George Watts. So here we are back in the studio. All right, I had a few emails come in. Quite a lot, especially on this particular subject regarding rackets and backhands. Since this is a backhand channel, we talk about that pretty much exclusively because there are other channels for other things, so you guys generally come here for that. But we also give a bit of advice on other things. And in my years and years and years, I've had a few questions, and this one keeps popping up all the time. Different rackets, what are they for? And people talk about generally the weight of the head of the racket and why it's important. Is it important to you at home? And if it is important, why? Why is it important? Some rackets are lightweight, some rackets have a slightly heavy head, some rackets have a slightly lighter head. So what does it all mean to have a heavier head or a lighter head? Does it mean anything? Well, I'm going to tell you that it does. And just for someone to tell you that it doesn't really mean anything to you if you don't know why. And we're into physics, we're into the techniques of everything, so we're going to explain it. And here today I'm going to introduce a friend of mine. Erika, why don't you come here? Get out from behind the camera. Right? Come here and introduce yourself. This is Erika, everybody, and Erika doesn't know anything about badminton, and she doesn't know anything about physics, do you?
No.
So the thing is that why would I bring somebody on camera that doesn't know anything about physics or badminton? Does that make sense? To the 1% of you that know this, you already know it. But to the 99% of you that don't, this is a person, if I can explain this to Erika, she doesn't even play badminton. How do you spell badminton? Doesn't even know how to spell the word.
No.
So there you go. So if I can explain this to Erika, then for children who are watching or young ones who are watching, you'll be able to get this down really, really easily. You ready for it?
Go on.
Why is the head of a racket important? Not just the fact that it sits in the pro shop and it says, buy me, buy me, buy me.
No,
or it sits on AliExpress and says, buy me, buy me, buy me, or whatever.
No,
Whoever makes it. Okay. So the weight of the head, here it is for you. Why is the head, when people are generally swinging, or in our case we use ratioed hitting, and you can't really go past ratios as far as physics are concerned. If you want to know where you learn about ratioed hitting, go to MrBackhand.com. It's my channel. Money back guarantee for some of those of you who've been writing in and saying, hey, if we buy your video, can you offer a money back guarantee? The answer is Yes, and we've done it. You'll see it in big grey writing at the moment. So if you buy it and what's on the video is wrong, and you can email me back and prove it's wrong, we'll give you your money back. I think Tony will organise the funds back to you. Whether or not you've got a PayPal account or credit card, we'll find some way to do it. And we'll pay for the transfer fee coming back to you, and also we will make sure that the transference as far as your currency rate is concerned will come back to you. So whatever came out of your account goes back in, and we will actually pay also for the transfer fee. That's how confident we are. So money back guarantee and then some. So here it is. Why is weight of the head of a badminton racket important if they're trying to make badminton rackets lighter and lighter and lighter? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like lighter and lighter and lighter. Here's why. Here it is. So, you can just step behind the camera for a second, make sure that everybody at home can see this, because it's really important to them. Yeah? Yep. Alright, come back. So, shaft of the racket, head of the racket, generally, excuse my drawings, cone, handle. So we are at the moment talking about the head weight. Okay, the racket head weight. Try not to get weight confused with mass. Weight is essentially mass times 1. And 1 being 1g, gravity. So if I took this racket and I threw it into space, it would become weightless. So we talk about things that have a mass, it has a certain mass to it, times 1 g, which is gravity because you're on Earth. So pull it back down, now it's got weight to it. Throw it back into space, weightless. So okay, we are on Earth, so we talk about weight. So what's its weight? Why is it important? Here's why it's important. If you're using ratioed hitting, especially above 6-to-1, most of you are at 5-to-1, and if you want power, enormous amounts of power using a lot less energy, you need to be using 6-to-1 to 10-to-1 ratios, but then the weight of the racket comes into play. So if you're in doubles and you're moving quickly and your response time, it has to be super fast for getting in there, for defending and that kind of thing. You don't want generally a heavy weighted head, because what's going to happen is as you try and maneuver it, it's going to be too slow for you. So especially if you're a little bit weak in the wrist. So for those who, if you watch all the champions and you see them, how they're really, really strong, they will use something like a T.R.A or down. This is a great one. This is one of my old Glanzers. Really lightweight in the head. But when I go to smash, the problem is that there's not a lot of weight in the head. My T.R.As, they're great, but I can actually smash harder, and most guys can smash harder with something like here I'm going about Yonex product again. I don't really go on about brands too much, but a heavier weighted head will smash harder or give the shuttle more velocity than a lightweight racket head. Now you're thinking, hang on a minute, but you've hit it the same, you've used the same ratios, but why, if I'm using the same ratios with a heavier weighted head racket, will I give it more velocity if the strings are the same and I use a lighter weighted racket, same smash, but the heavy weighted racket buries the shuttle into the floor, but the lightweight one doesn't? It's simply because of this. What you need to understand is weight. So these emails have come in. Who did we get the email from? From George Watts. George, if you're watching, this email is for you. This video is for you, and Rob Gates. So you guys have emailed me a few times on a few things, and you really, really need to understand this, thinking that you had probably the wrong racket for what you were doing. So let's get into it. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Eka, come back. Explaining it like you're 10-year-old kids. Here we go. We know you're not, but just bear with me. Eka. Here is, ever hear the old saying, might go on the road, get hit by a bus? Right? Here's you. Hit by a bus. Not happy. Bus is coming. Right? Watch this. If you get hit by a bus, what part of the bus kills you?
Front.
Why do you say that? You're wrong, but why do you say that?
Because I'm standing in front of it.
Yeah, now she said the front. Now most of you would have said the front. The back kills you. A lot of people going, hey, what? Gee, what? How? Okay. The front just makes the connection. It's the weight of the bus that drives through you, right? So, if Erika stands here, right, and like Bruce Lee, I got to punch her in the chest, and I come here like this, and I make a connection. I won't hurt you, don't worry. Right? Death on YouTube, here it comes. Goof. Okay, my fist makes the connection. So even if I come at her hard and just make a connection, you didn't feel anything.
No.
What would happen now if I put my weight to it? I'm going to put you through that jib board, right? So you're going to be on the other side of the studio. So the front makes the connection, right? But it's the rest of me. So the front is like the bus, makes the connection. The back of me, all of this, see you later. Now, if I'm so the back or the weight of the bus is what drives this forward. Okay? So think about it like this. If a big elephant, and if an African elephant is charging you, right, sees you coming at you, holy shit, here it comes, right? But if it was a big elephant, right, and so we're talking about size now, but if the thing's made of candy floss, and it runs at you and it goes, and it headbutts you, is it going to make any damage?
No.
Why?
Because it's light.
Because it's light. It's made out of candy floss.
Yeah. Okay?
So what happens if a little midget runs at you, right? A little midget, but he weighs 200 pounds or 200 kilos, right? And he runs at you, and a little kid runs at you, Mum, and grabs you. What's going to happen to you?
Probably fall over.
Yeah, like a bowling ball. Yeah. Because a bowling ball is smaller, but a bowling ball has weight, power. It's got weight to it. So, what would you rather be, not hit by? A small, heavy bowling ball or a gigantic elephant made of candy floss?
I don't want to be hit by weight.
Don't want to be hit by weight?
No.
Same thing with a shuttlecock and a badminton racket. You don't want to be hit by weight. So if you're the one hitting with weight, you're going to bury the shuttlecock. So the lighter the head in a badminton racket, right? It's like candy floss. So but the problem is that if it's too heavy, the people that make badminton rackets make these rackets to a certain weight. If it's too lightweight, it's great for defense and moving fast, but it's a real pain in the ass when it comes to trying to smash from the back line because there's no weight in the head. But what happens if they go, okay, let's go the other way. Let's put weight in the head since you want this big smash. Great, but now it's too heavy for the defense, so it's a pain in the ass. So you've got to have a balanced racket. Great for defense, defensive play, and offensive play. Or attacking play. You'd call that attacking play. So that's why. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. Doesn't even know about physics, doesn't even know about badminton, makes sense to Erika. So, I'm going to now do this again for you, but from a different scenario, because some people are saying, I don't get it still. Okay, fair enough. Let's give it another go by using a different scenario. Just take off Mr. Bus. Have you ever seen Mythbusters on TV, or you've watched programs like that, and you've seen they'll have a gun versus an arrow, right? Or a bullet versus an arrow, and they'll put a sack of wheat out on the range, and then the guy will go, and he'll shoot the sack of wheat, and the bullet goes in slow motion. If you've watched it, the bullet will go inside the sack. Does it come out the other side? No. No, it stays inside the sack. And people go, but hang on a minute, it's ballistic, it's fast, it should be, should be going into it, but it stays inside the sack. And then you'll get some monkey come along and go, okay, stand on the same line, get an arrow, fire it, goes into the sack, and what happens?
Goes right through.
Goes right through. Goes right through out the other side, and wheat goes everywhere. But you go, hang on a minute, but the bullet is ballistic, right? It's speed of sound, it's ballistic, it's fast, super fast. It's 10 times faster than the arrow.
It's supposed to go right through.
But it didn't. It just landed inside the sack, but the arrow was 10 times slower, but it totally blew the sack apart. Why?
I don't know.
Because what does the bullet not have? Weight. Weight.
How does it not have weight?
How does it not have weight? Okay, so I'm going to draw for you, right, a bullet and an arrow. Or, here we go. Here is a bullet flying in this direction, okay? So there's the tip of the bullet. And. Bullet. Usually there's a little bit curved. Got it? Bullet. Side on. Got it? Okay. So the bullet's traveling in this direction. But it goes into there's a big sack of wheat. And it goes inside and it goes, and it lodges itself inside the sack of wheat. But it's ballistic. But it's got no weight to it. So it's a bit like coming at you, like the elephant made of candy floss. Or if a fly comes flying at you, but it's got no weight to it, it just goes donk and bounces off. Let me draw you now a bullet, right, with weight to it. Watch this. Draw some feathers on it. What's that?
Missile.
Yeah. Or an arrow. Okay? So what an arrow is a bullet with weight behind it.
Yeah.
So the tip goes in, and then the rest of it, the back of the bus pushes the tip, keeps pushing the tip through you.
Yeah.
So that's what kills you. So it's not, so the front makes the contact or the impact point, and the back and the rest of it kills you. So as far as a badminton racket is concerned, for all you baddie players out there and all you nutcases, because we're all nutcases on the court, what's going to kill you on the smash? What do you want? When you're smashing hard, what do you want? Weight. So the weight of the head, right? But you have to use ratioed hitting. You can't use 5-to-1, otherwise you're not going to get the racket head speed. So let's say now that bowling ball comes at you, but instead of coming at you fast, it just comes at you slowly. Is it going to hurt? No, not really. But if the bowling ball comes at you with speed or velocity and weight, it's going to kill you. Same as a badminton racket. It's going to kill your opposition. So if you're hitting slowly or at 5-to-1 or using swing speed, it's not going to work because you're just relying on the weight of the racket, but the weight of the racket on its own won't do it. So when badminton rackets are made and designed for you, and you buy it, if you don't know any of these things and you've bought it off the shelf and you go and hit with it, it's going to do nothing for you. So, and that's why a lot of you play and you don't understand why you can't get out of the C grade, or you just watch some guys and they'll come on, guys like me or other guys will walk onto the badminton court and just thump the hell out of the shuttle. We can fold it within about 20 shots because we know how to make the racket work for us because we use ratioed hitting. MrBackhand.com, go download it, money back guarantee. Once you understand ratios, you'll go, oh my God, why didn't somebody tell us this information when I was 12 years old and picked up a racket? Well, they didn't know back then. They just didn't know. Everyone's changing to ratioed hitting. It's the way it's done. With a lot more knowledge or information, you'll win. So, a heavier weighted racket is great for smashing if you're using ratioed hitting. If not, well, you may not do it. You might do it a little bit, but not the whole game. If the head of the racket is too light, you'll still get your speed out of ratioed hitting, but now you haven't got that weight behind it. You haven't got the weight behind it, so now you're just using a bullet. You're trying to be ballistic, so your shot's ballistic, but it's got no bloody weight to it. Great for defending because there's no weight in the head, so you can defend all day, but when you come to your smash has got less power. Still got power, just less power. So you want to choose a racket that is great for defense and has a little bit of weight in the head for attack. That's what you're after. And you want a racket that generally you can string to a higher tension. Most of my rackets now are, I think I'm punching about 35, 34 in the strings. I think Richie's doing my strings at. I've gone higher, it's great, but the really, really nice balanced string tension for most rackets is in the low 30s, 34, 33, 35, and going up, getting a bit high, but it can be deadly. But you've really got to know how to work those strings. If you're not sure how to do it, go and watch the string tension video, what's called the big video. I've got a video on it, and it'll explain how string tension works. Is that video still running? Check the camera for these guys.
Yep.
Still going? Good. So, come back.
Oh.
Come back, you. So, does this make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so let's now ask Eka, someone who doesn't know about badminton and doesn't know about physics, what's going to kill you? A fast, lightweight bullet? Or what's going to kill you more? A fast, lightweight bullet? Or a slower arrow with weight?
A slower arrow.
A slower arrow with weight, just like the bag full of wheat, right? You put the arrow in there, it's going to come flying out the other side, right? And the wheat's going to go everywhere because of the weight. So
more power.
It's got power's a bit different, but yeah, you're on the right track,
Yeah.
right? So if I just
It's got more weight.
It's got
with driving it.
it's the velocity,
Yeah.
it's the velocity and the weight. So there you go. So I'm going to come back to the original question, right? See, told you science was cool. All you budding physics guys, so there's your bus. There's your wheels. There's you. Bloody bus. Right? What part of the bus kills you now?
The back of the bus.
The back of the bus. So before you said what part?
The front.
You said the front. Everyone says the front. But now you understand physics. You've changed your mind from the front to the back.
Yep.
And it's logic, right? So in badminton, learning physics will help you tremendously, right, if you're trying to understand badminton. For children especially, for coaches especially if you're teaching kids. So because once you teach them and they understand, they go, gee, is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah, that makes sense. Once it makes sense, they do it. But if they just go out with you give them a badminton racket and you say, here you go and enjoy yourself, knock yourself out, they're going to be frustrated with this game in about one night. They're going to go, yeah, it was interesting, but I didn't quite understand it, didn't quite get it, and you'll never see them again. So once you understand, if you send people along to this channel, if you like this channel, like, sub, share, it's a great channel. And we're straight talking, straight shooting. This is what we do. So even Eka said front. Now, categorically, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure it's the back of the bus that kills you, the weight of the bus that kills you?
Makes sense.
Yep. Okay. So, for all those budding badminton players, there's the head of the racket, there's the shaft, there's the handle down there, right? So for smashing and for big power shots, do you want a lightweight head or a heavier weighted head? If you want to kill, if you want the bus to kill the person, what do you want? No.
Heavy?
Is that a question or a statement? Obviously asleep. Obviously asleep. Yeah. For smashing?
For smashing, you want it to be heavy.
Yeah, you want it to be heavy.
Yeah.
All right, a heavier weighted. But
because you want that weight.
Yeah, but for defense and for quick play,
light.
You need something that's lightweight, right? L for light. So now the thing is that in badminton, right, where the whole game is defend and smash, right, and push and net rolls and things of that nature, right? All those hairpins you're trying to get into. So you kind of want to try and pick yourself a racket that's going to give you the whole gambit. So if you're generally an offensive and aggressive player and you're on the offense all the time and you love to smash it and you love to jump in the air and go and you're strong, right, super strong, then you can take a heavier weighted racket. If you're in the defense and you like defending and love defending and you're quick on your feet and you're quick with your hands, defense. So you want to try and get a racket that's weighted more to this level, But if you're an offender or an attacking player like me, we love this sort of stuff. So let's say you've got one of the big smashers at your club. I guarantee you pick up his racket, it'll have a certain sense of weight to the head. Usually these guys won't play with this unless they're in doubles. So doubles is all about your fast play, your quick defense, and yes, you can still smash. You won't make as much damage as if the head was heavier, but you know what? Some of those guys can still get you, right? Because in badminton, right, a smash at maybe 350 kilometers an hour and up, right, that'll get you. But some of these guys like to smash 380. Well, they're just going to kill you twice. They're just killing you more, right? They're just trying to insult you now. So that is why the weight or the mass of the head, and that's how it works. There you go. So.
What? I had no idea.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So if Erica can get it, you can get it. If I can do it, you can do it. So there you go. So who were the guys here? They were Rob and George. I hope that answers your question. If you've got any other questions, you can contact me. Just email me. I'm at reachjazz, REACH, JAZZ @gmail.com, or you can leave a question in the low bar, and I will answer it. If you email us, Tony or I, the guys in the office, we will get back to you. I don't think there's been an email or a question that we haven't answered. Thanks for all those who have downloaded the video so far. Not one complaint. You're all happy, and now it's got a money back guarantee on it. So there you go. Revolutionizing badminton. I don't know, 500 people at a time. So this is great. This is positive. It's a great channel. If you like the channel, like, sub, share, tell your friends about it. We're always here. If you want to look at other channels and things of that nature, go for it. There's lots of other channels you can go to. If you find out that you just don't want to download it and you want to try and do it for free and you want to try and get it on your own, you can. But it's probably going to take you months and months and sometimes years. So what's on the video is absolutely, and we use physics to explain it, and we use physics in a way even people that don't understand, right, physics or badminton can understand it. It's as simple as this, and you go, oh yeah, good point. For coaches, you can then take this information, tell your students and say, this is what it is and why. Once a child has, or a person has why in their head, got it, now I get it, yeah, good point. Then they can make better conscious decisions rather than just going, I use this racket because it's red, or it's black, or it's white, or it's yellow. I use these strings because, I don't know, because Charlie chose them.
I would have done that.
Yeah, people do it. So this channel is for those badminton players that are looking to increase their power and increase their knowledge of badminton, exponentially. So you know that we're always here. You know that this channel it will be around for a long, long time. And the MrBackhand.com video, which is me, will always be there. So if you download it and you find out that it's not right for some unknown reason, email me, prove it to me, and then, okay, we'll need your PayPal account. I think Tony needs your PayPal account, which guy in my office, or we'll just find some way to get it back to you, and we'll just keep in contact with you. But at the moment, many, 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 many downloads and not one complaint, so must be good. There you go. So this is us. We're out of the studio for now. We're going to have a cup of coffee and a wine, maybe a scotch and a stogie.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you. All right, this is Mr. Backhand and Erica saying, if we can do it and we can understand it, so can you. Later, soldiers.